welcoming our MC for the evening, Mandela University alumni and law graduate, Mr. Bradley Goldman.
Ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome. Leonard Thomas in Europe, and a part of a welcome. Already Manini Kamasi, one Kila, to the Madibaz Sports Awards 2024. Are you ready to have a good time? So they asked an Indian Jew to be the MC. Hey! You know it's that type of party when we're giving away awards. I saw some beautiful ladies in the room. This is how we I said, can we talk for a minute? Girl, I'd like to know your name. Let me hear you sing. Say, can we? Now before we get carried around, let's kill that track. I can tell we're gonna have a party at some point. We can kill it way just before we get to the party section of this awards, way before we start. Good evening and a warm welcome. So we got a couple of house rules. We have a Indian colored Jew as an MC. So when it comes to pavement specials, I know how to cater to your needs. So we've got a couple of house rules. The first one is we've got an amazing the back of the hall or behind the stage. If you've been here before as a student, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Should our partners at ESCOM decide to have any load shedding, we're going to ask you to all stay calm. We have a backup generator. It'll kick in and we can continue immediately with the event. And then if you want to show your friends and family from all over the world what's happening, the event will be streamed. And last but definitely not least, those starters on your table are not part of the centerpiece. You can enjoy them. So please make sure you enjoy your starters. And to get the show on the road, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Madibaz Acting Director of Sport, Mr. Rion Osman, to do the official welcoming. You can do better than that. Put your hands together for Mr. Rion Osman.
Thank you, Mr. Program Director, for that very energetic introduction. Good evening all. Molweni. Goeienaand. Dumelang. Wow, what a privilege to be given the task to welcome everyone here this evening. I'd like to acknowledge members of University Executive Management present this evening. First, an apology on behalf of our Deputy Vice Chancellor, Mr. Lutando Jack. Due to unforeseen circumstances, he could not make the evening. Our Registrar, Mr. De Koker, you are welcome, sir. Executive Deans of Faculties, Senior Directors, Campus Principal, you are welcome. Acting Dean of Student Life and Development, Ms. Bongela. Happy Bosses Day formally, by the way. And for any other bosses that are enjoying the day, I'm sure you had a lovely day and you were spoiled rotten by your employees. Academic and past colleagues, distinguished sport administrators, coaches of various sporting federations, Councillor Mr. Kamane, if he's here yet, and then Madibaz staff, students, friends, sport club chairpersons, and esteemed guests. Our internal and external stakeholders, our Student Representative Council, alumni, Madibaz HPC, Sport Council members, and most important, our student athletes and community members present tonight. a hearty good evening to you all. I would like to recognize FNB representatives, Standard Bank, the Boardwalk, Score Energy Drink, Cricket Eastern Cape, and Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium Management for also being present tonight. Tonight, we all join in celebrating not only the achievements of our student athletes, but the affirmation of our work as sport administrators, coaches, support staff, and including our support staff that prepares our facilities, sporting, outdoor, indoor. Tonight is a time to celebrate your sweet success. We celebrate not only the sports stars' achievements this evening, but most importantly, their successes off the field, in the lecture halls of this prestigious university. We pride ourselves as Madibaz Sport in holistically developing student athletes. And we appreciate and acknowledge the support of our internal stakeholders across the various faculties, learning and co-lab department, and many others who assist us in driving student access and success. At autumn graduation this year, Madibaz Sport produced 28 graduates. Last year, more than 20. And they all walked across this very stage, obtaining their qualifications. I think that deserves a round of applause. "2024 was the year of the Olympics, hence our apt theme for the evening. So a warm word of welcome to our panel of guests that will be sharing their insights of their experiences at the Olympics earlier this year. They are all alumni, including our program director. Once again, Madibaz and Nelson Mandela University are producing graduates that can make a difference and change the world. Ladies and gentlemen, you are all welcome. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the evening with us all.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, your Acting Director of Sport, Mr. Rion Osman. Moving swiftly along, please put your hands together for the university's registrar to deliver the official university address. Your hands and mine for Mr. Edgar de Cocker.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome again to the Madibaz Sport Annual Awards ceremony. I had some challenges this evening deciding on what to wear, because this is a sports event and I wanted to look as if I participate in sport regularly. But my outfits did not do justice to that. So I hope that I look as good as I feel. So Program Director, Mr. Bradley Goldman, Deputy Vice Chancellors here present this evening, Executive Deans of Faculty, members of the Executive and Senior Management also here present, the Acting Dean of Students, distinguished sport administrators, coaches of the various sporting codes, Mr. Yiva Magwede, the SRC President and the student leadership here this evening, staff, students and friends of the Nelson Mandela University, esteemed guests. I am told that there are people here or guests here this evening that are originally from Cape Town. So to you I say, awe maasakanis. I also bring greetings from our acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Andre Keet, who unfortunately could not be here this evening with us, but he extends his greetings to you and he's hoping that you will enjoy the evening. So once again, I'm thrilled to be here. I do attend the award ceremony every year, and contrary to popular belief, I'm not here for the free food. I'm here to enjoy, to see who are going to win these awards this evening. So this university community event is to honor our athletes and their coaches who put our institution, Nelson Mandela University, on the map with their grit and determination across a range of sporting codes. It is an evening of pride and celebration as we edge closer to drawing the curtain on the 2024 academic year. And I'm so glad that Mr. Osman reminded us that many of our sport students who are involved in sports graduate at the end of the year. So to those students here this evening, there is an exam period coming up. And I look forward to when you walk across the stage to graduate. So we meet here again to reflect over what has yet been another eventful and successful sporting season for Mandela University with our athletes and coaches. Given that this year was the year of the Olympics, I'm so happy that colleagues have decided to appropriately theme this event tonight, the Olympics. There was a time though when we did not participate in the Olympics, and some of you may remember our SACOS days, the South African Council of Sport days, where we motivated for South Africa not to participate. Why? Because we were not a unified country yet. But today we are, and we celebrate together. So the single word theme, Olympics, is understood to encapsulate such positive virtues as excellence, high performance, sacrifice, excitement, competition, values, respect, the will to continue, never giving up, breaking records, pushing your limits, and achieving greatness. On the other side of the continuum, of the Olympics continuum, there's also heartbreak when we don't qualify or we don't win the sporting codes that we are involved in. And that gives us an opportunity to come back, refresh, and then go for it again. While it may be true that we continue to support sport since we want our students to have a more pleasurable and memorable university experience, it is equally true that we do also support sport as an institution, given its positive impact on learning and teaching, as well as on the broader community and society. And we don't have to go far to see this. Whenever there's a sporting code like rugby, cricket, football, swimming, athletics, netball, and so on, we are there to support. And we, as South Africans, as they say, go crazy. But there's also empirical evidence by writers such as Dyer, Redman, and Barbosa, who argues that students who are actively involved in sport also tend to fare better academically than those who don't. So that is why, as a university, we encourage students to get involved in sport or in sporting activities, going to the gym, exercise, and so on. Given our history of division along the contours of race, gender, religion, language, culture, and so on, we have usually left it to sport to mitigate societal discord. And to some extent, sport does assist in bringing us closer to one another. And we, like I said, we often show this when our sporting teams compete. This is not empty rhetoric, nor plain fantasy. As Nelson Mandela himself raised a similar sentiment when making a case for sport and its potential to unite, he's often quoted as having said, "Sport has the power to change the world. Sport has the power to inspire. It has the power to unite people in a way that little else does. It speaks to youth in a language that they understand." Now, I'm quite sure that the many teams and individuals whom we are gathered here to honor, best exemplify the diversity that I just spoke about. While there may be other platforms or mechanisms to which we can look in fostering social integration and inclusion, sport seems to be the most ideal platform. Honored guests, we are gathered here tonight to celebrate excellence. I'm particularly delighted that this evening we are celebrating sports stars and coaches who have been the best ambassadors of the Madibaz brand. It is therefore my honor and privilege to acknowledge the presence of Ms. Courtney Muson, who is the technical official for artistic swimming. Mr. Cheslin Gee is the SA men's hockey coach. Mr. Lee Julius is the first Nelson Mandela, at the time it was Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University Olympian, who is here this evening as well. So we are very proud. And later on, they will form part of a panel that will be sharing with us their different experiences as official, coach, and athlete. The panel discussion will be facilitated by Mr. Alec Riddle. And when you hear his voice, you may recognize it, because Alec is best known for his incisive commentary on, when we have the Two Oceans Marathon, I think it's now called the Cape Town Marathon, the Comrades Marathon, and of course our own 50-kilometer race here in Gqeberha, the Nike Runified race. Now, Alec has also competed in the Comrades himself. In fact, he came 21st in 1988, sorry, for that 10-year gap there, Alec. 21st. And as you know, the Comrades is one of our most supported marathons in our country. So we are looking forward to what the panel has to share with us. So honored guests, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this beautiful occasion, and may you enjoy the rest of the evening. I thank you.
Please keep that applause coming as he makes his way back to his seat, Mr. Edgar de Cocker. Coming to make sure he delivers a message of support, your Nelson Mandela Bay University SRC President, Mr. Hio Mahwede. Please put your hands together for our SRC President.
Sanbonani, Molweni, good evening. As introduced, my name is Eva Makwede, the SRC President. So, mine here today as the SRC is very simple. Is to come and give a message of support, but to come also and give words of encouragement to my fellow students here, who will be receiving an honor of being the best sportsman or best sports woman of the year. You know, I saw Stelo here, Sisvi, you'll forgive me. I saw Stelo when I was in the ring, and Stelo, upon my arrival, I stayed with him at rest. So I'm like, hey, Chief, now for 1 hour day sport, because I did not know him as a sport person. So I'm shocked that I see him here. I was not going to come. I'm only here because I'm the president. But yes, but if it was sport related, I know that I was not going to be here. So I'm here because I'm only an SRC president. So before I give a message of support, I would like to greet the acting VC. I did not see him. Greet the VC in her absentia. Greet Mr. Edgar de Cocker, who just spoke before me, and greet Ms. Foyo, who's the director of sport, but is currently also the acting dean of students. And greet all the staff members, sport coaches, and the SRC delegation that is here with me. You know, Sisfi, Mr. Edgar will tell you, we fight a lot in our meetings to a point where we will think that there's no point of reconciliation. And register, today we had a meeting with the acting dean. we inducted her properly in the space. To a point where she left the meeting even before it ended. Because Sisvi, you know Sisvi, it's very easy to work with her. That's why, by the way, we have the best netball team. We even have players in the netball team who are playing for the national team. Because it's the influence of Sisvi, I believe. I'm not too much vested in the space, but I know that Sisvi is a person that is able to identify talent. Is a person that is able to nurture talent. So today we had a session with her. We had her first session with the SRC. And we made sure that she must understand that now she's not a director of sports here. She's dealing with the SRC. She left the meeting registrar before it ended. Before it ended, because I told myself that no, from this meeting, she must be able to transition from being a sports director to being an acting dean of students. And Mr. Edgar will give you more of that, because in council we always fight. But during break or lunch of council, we will come and share a drink to show that it's only student-related matters. It's nothing beyond that. But ours as the SRC today, what we would like to see is that the university must not make sports the by the way. All sports codes must be supported and must be given all the necessary resources. The university must reimagine sport funding with a view of ensuring adequate funding for our sport. You know, I was here, I think it's 2 weeks back, when our netball team was playing. We have one of the best netball team in the country. But it was very embarrassing for me as the SRC president, because you know when netball is playing, that means other SRCs are here as well. So I must go and have a chat with them. Now I'm being asked, Chief, why is your roof leaking? Eish, I must explain now to these guys, no, you see in P, the weather here is not like the rest of the weather that side. So you must understand that here, the amount of rain we receive is not at the same volume as your rain in Gauteng. So we need Mr. Edgar in council to make sure that we must open this debate, that there must be a deliberate support for our sporting department. We can't have 2 national players in netball, but we can't win the league. There's no way. If we have 2 national players who even go to the extent of playing in Olympics, we should be in charge of the league. The reason of that, there's no adequate support in terms of funding. Because you know sport, you can come and clap hands and sing songs. But the reality of the matter is that these men and women who are participating must have the best facilities to train, must have the best coaches available, must receive the best medical treatment. So our support to sport here at Mandela must not only be limited when it's game day. But I was here, it was very full. I'm like, if all of us who can invest this very same support in terms of funding, we will reach a serious milestone. So the SRC is just here to motivate, to appreciate our fellow students whom here are going to be awarded. And as I've said, I was shocked when I saw that one of them, I used to stay with him in the same residence. Hey, even myself, I must come and join sport. Because in high school, I used to play cricket, Mr. Edgar. I used to play cricket, so I was the opening batsman. I have a lot of sports awards at home, but at high school level. So We appreciate this platform and we wish to encourage the university to have more of these settings where we encourage our students to participate in sport. To not only see sports as a by the way, as something that you do when you do not have a class or something, but also for us to ensure that we thrive in sport, there must be a system in place which assures our players that when you miss a test or a class because you went to represent the university, Mr. Edgar, as the registrar, must be able to write to your lecture and tell them that you could not write an assessment because you went to represent NMU. Because now the difficulty, our players are made to choose whether they must go and represent us or go and write a test. Otherwise, as the SRC, again, we appreciate this program and we wish more of it and we wish more funding for sport. We must ensure that we develop our sport facilities. We already have the best facilities. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your hands in mind for your SRC president, Mr. Makwede. Okie dokes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the reason we are here this evening. We are celebrating, recognizing excellence in sport. And we've got an amazing lineup here. But what we're going to ask you to do is when you receive your award, I'm going to demonstrate it to you so that you don't get it totally confused. If you are the recipient of award, once you make your way onto stage, we want you to stand right over here. The person that will be handing the award out to you will be standing directly next to you. So please don't have a Steve Harvey moment and dawdle off because this is where we need you, okay? And then directly after that, the ushers will directly take you to where you're going to have your official photographs. So please just follow them so that we make sure we can savor and celebrate your moment. Okay, does everybody understand? Okay. The problem with having an MC like me, I need crowd participation. So does everybody understand? There we go. Okay, dokes. So coming up to hand out the first set of awards, please would you put your hands together for the Madibaz Sports Deputy Director of Facilities and Services, none other than Mr. Beatrice Bogus. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, your Student Sport Administrator of the Year for 2024 goes to none other than Kamva Jakala Madibaz Hockey Club.
Kamva Jakala is the current Madibaz Hockey Club chairperson. He fulfills the crucial role of attending all EP Hockey Council meetings, special meetings, and AGMs. Kamva also chairs all club executive committee meetings and is part of the committee of the club's first year and yearly awards function. Kamva was elected to the USA Hockey Executive Committee as a student representative at the recent AGM held in September 2024 and will serve a minimum of 4 years in this position. Kamva is held in high regard by his peers and was recently elected to the South African Hockey Association Athletes Commission, where he will serve and look after his fellow players' well-being and interest.
Please put your hands together for Kamva Jakala. We're going to ask the recipients to stick around while your achievements are read out. Don't be like Kamva and run away. So please, once you come out, please stick around. We're moving on to our Sports Administrator of the Year. And your winner from Madibaz Golf Club is Carl Duprier.
Carl Tupria, manager of the USA national golf team, to the FISU Games in Finland in August 2024. He also forms part of the leadership of the Golf South Africa, president of Eastern Province Golf, president of Humewood Golf Club. He is also the manager of Madibaz golf team that won the team gold medal in the stroke play and in the team bronze medal in the match play at the USA Golf Championships in December 2023. The team members also won the individual gold, silver, and bronze medals in the stroke play competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Carl Dupria. Moving on to our Student Sport Technical Official of the Year. From Madibaz Swimming Club, put your hands together for Courtney Masson.
Courtney has officiated at the very highest levels in artistic swimming this year and has proven to be a shining star in this discipline. She served on the local organizing committee of SA Swimming Nationals from the 21st up until the 24th of March 2024. Head technical controller and judge at the SA Nationals held in Kabeja from the 21st up until the 24th of March 2024. She was also then the technical controller at the World Cup held in Beijing, China from the 1st up until the 5th of May 2024. She was also the technical controller at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games from the 26th of July up until the 11th of August 2024.
Make some noise for Courtney. Your next category is Sports Technical Official of the Year. And your winner for 2024 from the Madibaz Netball Club, Erlene Grobelaar. Come on, keep that applause coming.
Erlene Grobelaar is a South African netball A-level accredited umpire. She officiated at the following national events in 2024: the Telkom Netball League, Varsity Netball, National All-Girls Festival, SA Male Netball Championships. She is also the Netball South Africa accredited umpires course presenter, appointed by the South Africa to do the umpire allocations for male championships.
Please put your hands together for Erlene. My humble apologies. Our next award is the Student Sports Coach of the Year. And your winner for 2024, Madibaz Karate Club, Sangom Bashashe.
Sango Biashe coached a 12-member Madibaz karate team that won 3 gold, 2 silver, and 1 bronze medal at the regional tournament in Mdantsane on the 23rd of March 2024. Coach Sango arranged a more focused and a specific 4-day training camp prior to the USA tournament. Coach Sango of Madibaz Karate, also was part of the USA team that won the 2024 USA Karate Championships, hosted by Northwest University. He coached a team that received 15 medals at the USA Karate Championships, 6 gold, 4 silver, and 5 bronze. He also arranges grading for the Madibaz Karate team.
Make some noise for Sango! Come on. Moving on to our sports coach of the year for 2024. And your winner from Madibaz Athletics Club, Gerard Posthumus. This is definitely not Gerard, in case you're wondering, but he is receiving the award on behalf of Gerard. So please put your hands together for the gentleman.
Gerard, he poses an ASA World Athletics Level 3 coaching qualification. He coached one of the best, Lukolo Adams, to Olympic qualification. He coached Ntei Sonkayani to an EP Athletics Junior 400 meter hurdles record and a gold medal at the ASA Track and Field Junior Championships. Coached a total of 5 athletics in the EP Athletics Track and Field team. He also coached Yakusmut to the 4th place in 100 meter at the 2024 Paris Para-Olympic Games.
Please put your hands together for our recipient receiving the award on behalf of the winner. Moving on to the Director of Sport Award for 2024. Now this award is aimed at recognizing student athletes who do not only achieve on the field, but also have obtained and managed to obtain a higher level of academic achievements. An absolute double threat. The individual qualifies for this nomination only if they are a registered student at the university and represents the Nelson Mandela the Nelson Mandela University Sports Club as well. Your winner for 2024, your hands and mine from Madibaz Netball Club, Mutira Mohammed. You can do better than that. Put your hands together.
Mutira Mohammed. Sporting highlights. In 2024, she represented the USA Netball at the CUC SA Games. In 2023, she won the following awards at the NMU Netball Awards evening. Most Versatile Player of the Year, a League Best Shooter of the Year, and the Best Service to Madibaz Netball Club of the Year. In 2023, she was also then part of the Varsity Cup FNB Player of the Match Award. Leadership roles. Mutira in 2023 was the Vice Captain of the Nelson Mandela Bay Senior Team, and this year, Mutira was the co-captain of the Madibaz netball team. Academic achievements. In 2023, Mutira was awarded Bachelor of Arts Honors in Human Resource Management and Labor Relations. She is currently studying a diploma in management. Her community involvement. In 2023/2024, she was part of the Campus League Netball as the Empire's convener. In 2024, she was the part of the Netball Social Committee. In 2023, Mutira was part of completing netball coaching level 2, including safeguarding of children and the WADA courses.
Please put your hands together for this wonderful lady. And that's right, she did that all in one lifetime. So please put your hands together for this wonderful recipient. The next award is a very special one. It's the Community Outreach Award. Now this award is for any Madibaz sports club that has demonstrated their willingness, number one, to assist in the community and organize charitable events that will benefit our local and national causes. They volunteered their time and energy in support in the campus as well as in local communities. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the winners for 2024, Madibaz Netball Club. We'd like to call the sports manager up, Melinda Goosen, and the chairperson, Ulien Grobler. Come on, keep the applause coming for this amazing club right here at Madibaz.
The Madibaz Netball Club has formed a partnership with NMU alumni Lynn Damsila and her project, Hope for Kids. Madibaz Netball Elite Squad players, together with Hope for Kids coaches, present the clinics to schools from different areas within Nelson Mandela Bay. The following projects were presented throughout Nelson Mandela Bay in 2024. Let's catch up. In December 2023, in collaboration with Hope for Kids, Madibaz Netball Club donated stationery, school shoes, blankets, and as part of Christmas drive to be handed out to needy pupils and community members in Nelson Mandela Bay. In March this year, they assisted with entry fees, kit, and equipment for Hope for Kids Academy team to participate in the Madibaz Netball tournament. In May, they assisted with Hope for Kids Netball tournament that was held in Young Park from the 11th of May up until the 12th of May for schools and senior club teams, providing umpires for the event and planning input to the final day of the event. They also assisted with fundraising for Hope for Kids and also running a tuck shop during the 2 days. In August, Madibaz Netball Club, in conjunction with Hope for Kids, they did a sanitary drive at schools in Kwanobuhle as part of Keeping a Girl in School campaign by donating sanitary wear to pupils of the school. Recently in September, the club initiated a turkey drive during the varsity netball campaign. 35 pairs of turkeys were donated by the Madibaz community, and these turkeys were donated to Hope for Kids for netball players in need of assistance.
Please put your hands together for Madibaz Netball Club. Absolutely amazing. We'd like to thank Mr. Petrus Boaks for his amazing assistance on the stage. Please put your hands together for Mr. Petrus Boaks. We now move on to a very, very important part of our program, and that is honoring our USA medal winners. We'd like to ask all our teams that thank you, at least, with USA medals. And when you hear your name is called, please come forward and line up on stage. We'd like to call on Madibaz Athletics Manager, Mr. Bernard Peterson, to congratulate the Madibaz cross-country team with their amazing bronze medal in the 10K race at the 2024 USA Cross-Country Championships. Please make your way to the stage, Mr. Bernard Peterson. And if you are in the cross-country team and your name is Sikelo Mashaba, please make your way up. Sinawa Porti, Bongani Banda, and Nigel Tape, please make your way to the stage. Come on. on, you can do better than that. Put your hands together for this amazing team. There we go. Congratulations, gentlemen. Please give them a round of applause one more time. We'd now like to call up the following manager. They received a bronze medal at the 2024 USA Karate Championships. You know who I'm talking about, Mr. Sipho Sibande. With the following sports people, please make their way up. Lishay Weideman, Aiden Arden Harris, Quayne Potgieter, Carlin Kameneth, Nazan Swartz, Johan Weideman, Karen Weideman, Gail Weideman, and Audrey Weideman. Please put your hands together for our Madibaz karate managers and players. They received bronze for semi-contact this year at our USA Karate Championships. Mr. Sibande, Sibande, are you there? Sipho, don't go too fast, sir. You've been very, very busy. Very, very busy. Listen to this. Our next award, bringing back the team gold at the USA 2024 Karate Championships. Please put your hands together for the following sports people. Lasejo Nkono, Luyolo Fumarasi, Atandile Kratana, not forgetting Tian, Lumkile, Vian Answergen, and Carl de Prier. Keep that applause coming. They brought you back gold. One more time, a round of applause for our amazing students that went to USA and brought us back gold. Sir, let me give you a handshake there because I think your work is done here. Please put your hands together for Sipho as you make your way back to your seat, sir. Thank you so much. So we've come to a very important part of the evening. I know as sports people, it's very important to look after your health, and that's why I encourage you to stay seated, because I can see some people are suffering from sugar in the room, because some of them are passed out. Now I'm just joking. We've got some ambulance services right here. We're about to go to supper, so please make sure you stay seated. We will be serving you at your tables. Kick back, relax, enjoy the company. We'll be back shortly. Thank you so much. You go. Okay, so we're going to call up that gentleman that's been up here quite a few times. I want to make sure I do this award 100%. Please put your hands together for Sipho Sibande as he comes to congratulate his karate team from the Madibaz. Okie dokes. Would the following people please come up one more time? Lasejo Nkwana, Luyolo Fumanise, Atandile Kotani, not forgetting Shiriletso Kehose, Natasha Gonshi, Amanda Gumede, hi Amanda, Kwazi Zizi, Inganati Pini, Ntopeko Ndabana, Fusumzi Ntembe, Sinazi Konene, Pusisiwe Ngwane, Palesa Patena, Raina Mpofu, I apologize if I pronounce it incorrectly, Zukile Chagi, Sonwabisi Putulo, Masikole George, and Sango Mbinyashe. This is your amazing karate team who got you gold at the USA 2024 Championships. Come on, you can do better than that. Put your hands together one more time. Let's give them a big round of applause for winning gold. Please put your hands together one more time for this amazing karate team at Madibaz. For the next award, we'd like to ask our amazing Madibaz golf manager, Mrs. Teresa LaRue, to please come and congratulate Madibaz Golf men's team for their amazing bronze medal in match play competition and their team gold in stroke play for our 2024 USA Golf Championships. Please put your hands together for Mrs. Teresa LaRue. The following players, can you please make your way up? JP van der Vat, Tian Lumkile Machia, and Vian van Answegen, and not forgetting the coach, Carl Duprea. Please make some noise for these amazing golfers. One more time, put your hands together for our amazing golf team right here at Madibaz. There we go, your Madibaz golf team who's got bronze and gold at our amazing USA Golf Championships. I trust you've enjoyed your meal. Could you please give a round of applause to our amazing caterers? They did a sterling job. Well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are fortunate to be in the company of 4 alumni who have excelled in their chosen sporting roles. They are going to tell us the inside stories of their Olympic experiences and what it takes to participate and excel at this level. It's my joy and pleasure to call our guest to the stage, and we'll start with Alec Riddle, who will be facilitating the discussion tonight. Please put your hands together for Mr. Alec Riddle. Well, Alec enrolled as a student at the University of Port Elizabeth in 1979 and graduated with a BA in physical education at the end of 1983. Interesting fact, I was only born then. During his student years, he was a member of the athletics club where he excelled in all athletics disciplines, specializing in steeplechase, cross-country running, and road running. Alec was selected as a member of the South African University's cross-country team in 1982. As he matured as a runner, he also ventured into triathlons and performed remarkably. He qualified to participate in the World Championship Ironman 70.3 in the 50-plus age group in 2011. Alec attended 2024 Paris Olympic Games as a supporter with his son Jamie Riddle, who represented Team South Africa in the triathlon at the Games. Please put your hands together for Mr. Alec Riddle. He'll be joined on stage by a very, very important man in the history of Madibaz, Lee Julies. Please put your hands together for Lee Julies as he makes his way to the stage. You can do a whole lot better than that. Please put your hands together for Lee Julies. So Lee enrolled as a student at the University of Port Elizabeth in 2003. He graduated with a Bachelor in Human Science in 2011. Lee was one of South Africa's most prolific sprinters during his student years and managed to win Student World Track and Field Championship 200 meters twice in a row, in 2003 and 2005. He also won a silver medal in the 200 at the Junior World Cup for track and field in 2004, and at the Commonwealth Games in the 4x100 meters, where he received a silver medal in 2006. The list goes on. In 2007, Lee also became the All-African Games 200-meter champion. Lee was selected to represent the South African team at 2 successive Olympic Games, in 2004 in Athens and in 2008 in Beijing. He also became the first ever Nelson Mandela Bay University student to be Olympian with his selection to the 2004 Olympic Games. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Lee. Coming up next to blow you away on our panel is none other than Mr. Cheslin Gee. Please put your hands together for Mr. Cheslin Gee. You can keep that applause coming. He's making his way. Cheslin studied at Port Elizabeth Technikon from 1995, and he graduated with a sports management and marketing diploma in 1998. Cheslin excelled as a hockey player during his student years and was selected for the EP Men's Under-21 hockey team as well as the EP Settlers hockey team. He was also a member of the then PE Technicon hockey team who won the SA Technicon Hockey Championships in 1995. After his playing years, Cheslin successfully ventured into hockey administration and coaching. His coaching career culminated with him being appointed as the South African head coach for the men's hockey team in 2022. Under his guidance, the team has performed and improved tremendously at the following competitions to date. They won the FIH Nations Cup in Potchefstroom in 2022. He won the African Cup of Nations in Pretoria in 2023 and qualified for the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. He also then won the FIH National Cup bronze medal in Poland in 2024. Cheslin has attended 2 Olympic Games so far in his career, the 2021 Olympic Games in Tokyo, Japan as an assistant coach of South African men's hockey team, and in 2024 at the Paris Olympic Games as the head coach. Ladies and gentlemen, your hands and mine for Mr. Cheslin Gee. And last but definitely not the least, please put your hands together for Courtney Misson. She's going to be the rose amongst the thorns on our panel, so please make some noise for Courtney as she makes her way up. Courtney started studying at NMMU in 2014 and obtained her undergraduate degree in BSc, HMS, and biochemistry at the end of 2016. She continued her studies and obtained a BA honors degree in sports science and at the end of 2018. She enrolled for a master's in human movement sciences in 2018 and graduated in 2020. Yes, you can give her a round of applause. This lady doesn't stop. She is currently enrolled for her PhD in human movement science. Courtney's highest sporting achievement while studying was representing the senior national team for artistic swimming at the Senior World Championships at Kazan, Russia in 2015, and again in Gwangju in South Korea in 2019. She has now also ventured into officiating, representing South Africa in a role of technical controller as part of the World Aquatics at 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Please put your hands together for Courtney. I'll now leave this amazing panel in the capable hands of Mr. Riddle. Enjoy.
Thank you very much. Can everybody hear me out there? All good? Great. I want to start off by saying that I, like you, are privileged to be in the company of sporting greatness this evening. Do you know what the chances are of anybody going to the Olympics? 0.0000017%. Let's give them a round of applause. And do you know what the chances of going to the Olympics are and getting your doctorate? Too many noughts. So let's move on. So I want to talk about vision. They say vision is a picture of the future that is so clear, it produces passion that you can get up every day of your life with that end goal in mind. You can overcome obstacles. You can persevere. So I want to start off, and I'm going to start off with the lady, Courtney. Let's talk about your vision of the Olympics. When and how did it start for you? All good?
I don't know. Oh, okay, now you can hear me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right in saying like it was that 0.0001%. I think just my Olympic dream was really just a once in a lifetime. It wasn't really part of my goal as an athlete because I was privileged enough to compete at World Champs, and for me that was enough. And when I transitioned into coaching and now officiating, I didn't think the possibility of Olympics was actually a realization until it actually became a reality. I still remember the night I found out. I was busy working on my PhD, and then one of the other officials who was also, like I would say, in the running for being selected, messaged me and she says, "Congratulations." So I opened the message and I'm like, what? I see my name on here. Then I'm like, "Ach man, are you April fooling me?" Then I'm like, "Oh wait, it's May." Then I was like, "Okay, not April Fool's." And then she's like, "No, this is for real." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is for real." And I think it comes down to just hard work and perseverance. You need to take all the opportunities while you can get them, as students, as young professionals, and just work hard. And if you work hard and people see your potential, it really does come up in the reality of reaching something as big as the Olympics. And yeah, it's just crazy.
A super great example to, I think, if you think of universities, they probably could never wish for a better student than Courtney, who goes on to be such a great academic as well. So well done on that. Now, Lee, you're going to have to tap into that memory recall button, because you went to the Olympics 20 years ago for the first time. When did it all start for you? When did the vision of the Olympics come up? You're a boy from Cradock, a young sprinter born in 1985 in Cradock. We saw you running on the tracks, blazing the tracks. But when did the Olympic vision start for you?
Before I started my Olympic journey, I wish I had the academic.
You did graduate.
I did graduate, but not quite her. But from Cradock, I think the Olympic dream was always there. Since I started doing athletics, I can remember watching Michael Johnson. That was 1996 Olympics. He was my running idol back in the day, so I had pictures of him in my room. So I think that's where the vision started. And I can always remember it was a dream to eventually, because for us as athletes, Olympic Games is the highest. I know for soccer players it might be FIFA World Cup, but for us the Olympic Games is the highest, and that was my dream. And it's weird that coming from a small town like Cradock, that you would think that you would eventually end up there. So when I eventually went to the Athens Olympic Games, it was just, it's really a dream come true.
No, absolutely amazing. Now, Cheslin, I'm not going to ask you that question. I read a quote when I was in Paris, France, in a publication there, and it came from you. It said, "Competing in the Olympics is the absolute pinnacle of our sport, and the excitement of attending never fades." As I mentioned, I was in Paris. The French crowds were absolutely amazing. So let's talk about Friday, the 2nd of August, at Stade de Manoir. Hopefully I pronounced it correctly. Stocker versus France. Tell us about the crowds, the game. I mean, I'm getting goose flesh. I remember watching that game.
Yeah.
And the incredible, you tell us the story.
So, number one, the French are not the friendliest as a hockey team. And in fact, we played them, I think, 3 or 4 weeks prior to that. We played them at the Nations Cup in the semi-final, and they won us 2-1. We were leading 1-0 with, I think they scored with just about less than a minute left on the clock. And after the match, they didn't say that to me, but they told the players, "We won't be seeing you guys anytime soon again. You're not at our level." They came second at that event, and we got the bronze. So when we had to play them, the players were up for it. And I only found out the day of the match what the French actually said to them. So a team talk wasn't really needed. The players were motivated. But the crowd was amazing. Every time the French were lacking something, the crowd just started jeering and started singing. And the best part of all of that was right at the end of the game when there was dead quiet, and they couldn't sing anymore because the team lost. But the amazing thing was when the team went for a lap of honor, the entire French crowd stood up as the players went past and they applauded them, which I thought was amazing. So a very knowledgeable hockey crowd that was at the stadium.
Wonderful experience for you and for the team. Your quote went on to say, it's such an amazing experience to be in the Olympic Village and to rub shoulders with some of the best players and coaches on the planet. Now, the majority of our audience, or probably all of us, would find it hard to imagine the Olympic Village, what the players experience, what you as coach experience, the people you see in the village. Would you share a few stories or your thoughts on the village?
Number one, the best thing is the free Magnum ice creams that you receive. There's about 5 stands where you can just go and get yourself a Magnum or King Cone. It's pretty much amazing. The weather was 34 degrees in the shade, so everybody that you ask, they will say that was the best part about it. But you see all the world-renowned athletes. Alcaraz was sitting in the dining hall with us. He normally came at about 10:30 or 11:30 to have a meal because it would have been at the quietest time. But as down to earth as you can imagine, I took some photos with Andy Murray. For those that play tennis, he's won a few Grand Slams. Pretty chill guy, from what he is on the court to what you see in real life. Really friendly, even I was joking with some of the guys at the table earlier. Andy asked if he could take a photo with me, and I obliged. But you see all of the athletes, and the one thing about everybody is that they're down to earth. Nobody's got any egos, that I can say for sure, and everybody was friendly. But the Olympic Village is amazing, except for the beds that we slept on. Those cardboard beds, I won't recommend anybody sleep on them for too long.
Yeah, those cardboard beds. Now, Courtney, I mean, your experience at the Olympic Village, and perhaps you can also just share about that wonderful gift from Samsung to 10,000 people at the Olympics, all the athletes. Yeah.
Well, I think a little bit different from Cheson's experiences. From official to athlete, we actually get separated from the athletes. So we would say, in our own little village or hotel in a different section of Paris. So we were in a Paris city center, and the hotel was done up with all the aquatics officials. We were fortunate enough not to sleep on cardboard beds. Sorry, Cheson. I slept very comfortably. I think the best part was maybe not the ice cream, but maybe the biscuits and the croissants and all the pastries that they were feeding us there, just to make us nice and sweet for when we actually had to judge the events. Not the same type of experience that you have, but it was amazing to meet all the other officials that were part of the event, who were taking part in the water polo, the open water and that, and just getting to know the other colleagues. You get to see them over Zoom and those things, and it's nice to kind of form your own little community. And though we might have shared a different experience to the athletes, we still felt the Olympic spirit, and with all the hospitality that we got at the hotel, and just I think people just loved seeing us. So yeah, it was just a different type of experience, I would say, not so many Magnum ice creams.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, that's Paris. Now we've got a young gentleman here who went to Greece and to China, Athens and Beijing. Tell us about the differences in the culture and the crowds and the experience.
Just to touch on the village thing, I think that can be, it's a nice experience, but it can be an athlete's downfall. I mean, you get to the village and it's so many distractions. It's different foods, you have so much entertainment, and I think as a junior, that's the first thing that they warned us against. Guys, please stick to what you know. Don't go and eat something that you don't know, because you're so excited, you want to try everything, and rather try it when you're done. And yeah, it's a nice experience, but it can also be an athlete's downfall. So my 2 Olympic Games experience, I think the first one was very special to me because it was Athens. It is the home of the modern day Olympics. That's where it all started. 2004, I was 19, I was still young, very hungry, very eager, and I think 2004 was one of my best years because it was also the World junior silver medalist. So, and as a 19-year-old, I used to watch guys like Maurice Green. I used to analyze their videos. So now you get to the Olympics and here Maurice Green walks past you. So it was, for me, it was just seeing my idols and my heroes that I analyze and I have pictures of them. Now you're in the same space as them. So that was an unreal experience. Beijing was very different. 2008, I don't know if you guys can remember, there was this whole thing of air pollution in Beijing. So we stayed in Korea for about a month, and then just when you had to go and compete, you go to Beijing. So we missed the whole opening ceremony. We basically just went into Beijing, compete, and then. So it was a very different experience. And unfortunately, the result in Beijing was also not so great. So it wasn't as great experience as Athens 2004.
Now, you mentioned the opening ceremony. Did either of the two of you attend opening or closing ceremony?
I was on my couch for the first one and on a plane on the way back for the closing.
So for us at the village, only 10 officials were allowed to go. That's all the coaches. Also, I wanted to say with the Samsung phones, the Olympics are for athletes. When you arrive as an athlete, the first thing they get is this new Samsung flip phone. Coaches, managers, all additional staff, nothing.
Wow.
There is an Adidas store and a Nike store at the village. You can go there, show your accreditation, they give you a pair of shoes. It's as easy as that. If you, management, you use the maxed shoes that they give you. So the Olympics is for the athletes, and I 100% agree with why they put the athletes first, because of all the sacrifice that they put in. So that's the story. So the Samsung phone's not for management. I would have loved to have one of them. They look really great, but definitely, because my daughter phoned me. She says, "Dad, I see that that one has got a phone. Can I have yours?" And I said, I didn't get one. No, but everyone gets. I said, no. Only the athletes.
So I don't know if Samsung is working some artificial intelligence in the background, but my son got a Samsung phone and he posted a reel on Instagram. It got 3.5 million views.
Jeez, wow.
It's crazy. So I think Samsung were hard at work with their ad campaign there. Let's move. We're going to come back to the Olympics, but I'm going to move away from the Olympics just for a moment because, you know, all three of you are graduates. All three of you were students. And I think it's important for the audience here. There are many student athletes who've got big dreams to achieve, but they've also got to try and get a degree. And that is first and foremost, I think, the goal of using your sport to get something behind you for the future. So Courtney, I'm going to come to you. Let's talk a little bit about the High Performance Center. I was privileged to be there as the MC on the opening of that center. Connie Simbini was there, Jobajwani. It was a wonderful occasion, and the facilities are incredible. Tell us a little bit about the High Performance Center and the role it can play in attracting talent to this university.
Yeah, so I think in that opening, I was in first year back then, so it's quite a few years ago. The High Performance Center has grown a lot over the last 10 years. My colleagues and I, along with the staff at the HMS department, are working hard with Madibaz Sports to really give the students assistance, the student athletes assistance where it's needed. There's nothing better than having a good support system. And I think the facilities that we have here, we probably have one of the best facilities. We just need to show the rest of, let's say, the country what we have to offer. We've got a state-of-the-art track. I think, Lee, you would have seen the track and all of those things. And we have so many things to offer as a High Performance Center, and we out to be innovative. We're here to support coaches like Cheslin, to hear what he has to ask us for in terms of assistance. We want to try and be innovative, be creative, take what he needs and also the athletes' needs and join them together with the expertise that we have in our unit to really try and make the athletes' pathway in their career better, and also to make them excel on their national stage. So we're here to ask any of the athletes to come to us. We are willing to assist. And I think the facility itself has grown over the last 10 years. And I can't say anything more than my colleagues are doing really excellent work. And with all the different types of services that we can offer, you just have to ask and we can make it happen. It's about being innovative, being creative, taking that step to really try and push for that 1%. And that's what makes the difference as a sporting athlete.
Super. Talking about coaching, Cheslin, how did you get involved in coaching? Was there support from the Technikon as it was back then or the university? And how did you develop your very unique coaching style, which we're going to come to in a moment?
One of our deputy director, Mr. Rian Osman, we actually played hockey together. We won that championship together for the first time. He was actually a very prolific goal scorer back in the day. But I was never the quickest as a hockey player. And if you watch the modern day game, you need to have a lot of speed, even back then. So I realized pretty quickly that I'm not going to get to the top and I won't make it as a national player. So I thought, let's get into coaching. I didn't want to leave the sport because I love the sport so much. So got into coaching. And in my family, my dad was a national, a provincial player and coach. So wanted to impress him a bit, so tried to follow in his footsteps. So that's how I got into coaching. And for a long time, we lost a lot of matches at USA. My first 7 years as a coach at the university, when we lost, I only won 7 matches out of 35. And that was playing for the Wooden Spoon for 7 and 8. The day I changed my coaching philosophy was when we played against Tuks in Cape Town. We won that match 2-1, but I was busy scribbling about who we need to get into the university next year as players so we can get promoted. And by hook or by crook, we survived that year. And that year, at that match, I decided from now on I'll become a more attacking coach. We'll try and score more goals than the opposition. And when I was coaching in the PHL, we used the following saying, give the people what they want. You know, so we wanted to play an attractive brand of hockey, something that's exciting, and trying to score more goals than opposition. And I've been sticking with that ever since.
Excellent. Now, besides being the national coach, you're the coach of the Madibaz hockey, or coach manager. And earlier this year, I had the privilege of watching the Madibaz play the Old Grey, right here on this campus. So I want to encourage any of you, if you want to see a man who has a passion for sport, who lives at 110%, go and support the Madibaz hockey team. It's entertaining. The hockey is also good. So Lee, let's turn to you now. You studied here. When would you have enrolled? 2003. 2003. You would have been 18. Okay. What was it like back then? What was the support like for athletes from the university then? We're 20 years on now.
What was the support like when I started?
Yeah.
Sure, it was coming out of school, that whole transition from school as an athlete to the university is quite a big step. I was doing well with my athletics in school, and I knew Petrus because Petrus saw the potential when I was in school. So I knew when I come to the university, that support structure, because I already knew I had some support there. So it's first of all, it's a big step up from the school to university. And just that whole being an athlete, being a student, I think it's a very tough thing to manage. And even it's getting more tough when you have to go overseas and go and compete there. So your support structure is very important. And I realized from earlier in my athletics career that I wanted to have a good education is very important. It took me quite a longer time to finish my degree, but it was always there that it doesn't matter how well it's going with my sport, my education was very important. So I just to balance the two, so it was getting the support from my department, from the sporting side, as well as the academics was very important. And I think that was one of the big, that I'll always be thankful for, that the fact that I've had support from both sides.
Super. A technical controller for artistic swimming. I assume there's varying roles, and I believe you are part of the difficulty panel.
Yes.
It's not because you're difficult, but maybe you can tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so the sport has kind of gone through a big transition in artistic swimming. So formerly known as synchronized swimming, now artistic swimming. Pre-COVID, we had 2 panels. Artistic impression, or actually 3, artistic impression, execution, and difficulty, which were all subjective in judging. There is scalings and guidelines for us as judges, and then post-COVID, the rankings didn't seem to change in the Olympics. Russia was dominating the field, and there needed to be something where things can become more objective. So they brought in this technical controller's position. And it was similar to figure skating, where the coaches have to declare what they do in the pool. So they declare on something called a coach card, and us as technical controllers would get the coach card. It's coded with different symbols and letters, and we would then watch the routines live as difficulty technical controllers, and we would assess, are they doing what they're doing in the pool live? So it's quite daunting, especially when the coach card's this big, the line keeps going, and then it continues on to the next line as they're swimming. So you really have to have your wits about you. And they're moving fast. They're constantly moving those legs and their arms and everything, so you really have to be paying attention. So it's quite a cool new position. It's also very daunting, but it gives a little bit more objectivity. It changes the playing field and makes coaches be a little bit more creative in how they're going to try and edge their team, the next team. So the difficulty controllers then would assess things. If they made a mistake, we would give something called a base mark, which essentially brings whatever they were doing down to a general score. So the aim is to get a clean sheet, essentially. Then you have another panel, part of the controllers, which is synchronization, where they mark how many errors you do in the pool. So part of the Olympics, I was part of the neutral judges. So we didn't have South Africa compete in the Olympics, so I didn't have any, say, bias, if I call it that. So we were part of a lot of the bigger decisions when we had a bit of a controller on our panel that had a country swimming in the event. So a lot of the decision would fall on myself and my other colleague and the referee. So it's quite an important position now in the sport itself.
Oh, super. Now, Cheslin, you won the National Cup in Potch, Olympics in Paris, you beat France, you drew with Great Britain, you had a very exciting contest versus the Netherlands. Now, these are all well-funded federations. What is the funding like for hockey? What does the future look like for hockey in South Africa? We seem to be on the cusp of breaking through.
So currently there's no funding. The team doesn't have a sponsor. A lot of people have asked me the question, what is my salary like? I'm doing it for love and fresh air. So I don't take a salary. So
it's
the
a bit
stress.
less than Rassie.
Rassie is on another level. So it's an exciting time, I feel. So we lost 5-3 to the Netherlands, who's world number 1 and who will eventually won the Olympics. And we probably missed 3 or 4 goals. It could have gone either way. We played Great Britain in the next game. They were ranked world number 2 at that stage. We we drew the game 2-2. Due to umpiring errors and maybe even the TV umpire errors, but it is what it is. So playing the world number 1 and world number 2 in the first 2 matches was always going to be tough for us. We only targeted the Great Britain game because we knew the South African coach, we knew his style of play, Paul Revington. In fact, I was Paul's video analyst for a little bit, so I knew what he was all about. So that's the one match that we wanted to win. But for us at the moment, it's an exciting time. We have exciting players. 2 of our players was just signed at the Hockey India League for the first time, Dayan Kasim and his brother Mustafa Kasim. We had another 4 players that put their names down. They unfortunately didn't get selected. But listening to Minister Gayton McKenzie and what he is saying, it seems that hockey is not one of the priorities, but a sport that they would like to look at and fund properly. So I think it's an important time for hockey to continue its progress. I've been with the team for 4 years now. It's a long time, and I think to find the balance is important. I'm thinking about whether I should continue or until the World Cup in 2026, which will be in Holland. The best clubs play in Holland. That's the most professional league in world hockey. So I would like to continue until then, but yeah, it's becoming more and more difficult and more demanding, what the players require, what the team requires. So to find the balance I've been finding it a little bit difficult as of late, but exciting time for the team. I think we have 4 world-class players in our team at the moment, the Kasim brothers. There's another player, Salmon Vimby, that I think is going to set the world alight. And then we took a player with 1 international cap to the Olympics, Calvin Davis. He just made play of the tournament at the under-21 IPT. He helped Northerns win the under-21 interprovincial. And we took a chance on him because he's got all the attributes for an international athlete. And he played extremely well at the Olympics. You would have thought he's somebody with more than 50 caps. So those youngsters, we had a IPT about 3 weeks ago. And the brief was to the selectors is let's back the youngsters. Let's look at the new and exciting players. And if we can select them to help those 4 individuals be better, I think the team will be in a better place. So
Super. Yeah.
hopefully when the next team gets announced, we'll have some more exciting young players coming through.
Sounds good, thanks. I'm going to ask Lee to give us a closing remark. What is your message to the students out there, both in terms of academics and in terms of sport?
It's not an easy thing, first of all. I think from my experience in any student athlete, it's important to, if you have goals on the athletic side or on the academic side, keep your eye on the prize. It's not always going to be easy, but as long as you have that goal, you'll have to manage your time well. Just don't lose sight of what the end goal is. If your end goal is, I want to go to the Olympics, and your end goal for your academics, I want to have this degree or this PhD, just keep your eye on the prize and keep working on it.
Super, thanks very much. Could I ask everybody to give them a round of applause? Thanks very much for your time. Thank you.
You can do a whole lot better than that. Please put your hands together for these amazing, amazing sports people who have set Madibaz's name in the Hall of Fame of the Olympics. Please give them a round of applause one more time. Mr. Riddle, Mr. Julies, Mr. Gee, and Miss Masson. Absolutely amazing that these local heroes, which find themselves amongst us all the time, are actually setting the world alight. So you could be next. Hopefully we'll be calling out your name next year when we need to find out who's been doing some crazy things in the world, and some of our athletes who are seated, hopefully we can write your name in the Hall of Fame like we did with these guys. Coming up next, we're going to do our honoring of our national representatives. And we've got quite a few, so once you hear your name, please make your way up onto stage. And please join us when we sing the national anthem to honor these outstanding individuals from Madibaz Sports once all our national representatives are on stage. For national and international or international administrative office bearers, Ms. Cheryl Kotzer for Executive Committee Member of USA Aquatics. Mr. Umna Tokwe, Executive Committee Member of USA Rugby. Once you hear your name, please make your way up. Mr. Jason LaRue, Executive Committee Member for USA Squash. Mr. Sipo Sibande, Executive Committee Member for USA Karate. Ms. Nobule Bele Puza, Member of the FISU Gender Equality Committee for 2024 to 2027, Executive Committee Member of USA Netball. Our national representatives at junior age groups, Mr. Ntiso Nkanyani for SA Under-20 Track and Field Athletics Team to the World Junior Track and Field Champions in Lima, Peru. Mr. Sashin Pariachi for SA Under-21 Hockey Team to the Junior World Cup, Junior Africa Cup. Mr. Patro Somerset, Assistant Coach for the SA Schools Rugby Team. For national USA teams, Mr. Carl Duprier, Team Manager of USA Golf Team to the World Student Golf Champions in Finland. Mr. Mtunzi Heu, Team Manager of USA Sevens Rugby Team to the World Student Sevens Rugby Championships in France, Executive Committee Member of USA Rugby. Mr. Yale Jameson, Physiotherapist of USA Sevens Rugby Team to the World Students Rugby Championships in France, in absentia. Please give him a round of applause. Mr. Tian Tipshri for US Golf Team to the World Student Golf Championships in Finland. Miss Irene Perry for USA Volleyball Team to the Kaksa Games in Johannesburg, or is it CUCSA? Miss Haniska van Vieren, USA Netball Team to the Games in Johannesburg. You saw earlier on Ms. Motiri Mohammed for the USA Netball Team going to the Games in Johannesburg. Mr. Jensen Pletsky for USA Tennis Team going to the Games in Johannesburg. Mr. Gerald Wagner, USA Chess Team to the 2024 Mind Games in Uganda. And Mr. Barry Letsebe, also going with the USA Chess Team to the 2024 Mind Games in Uganda. As you can tell, Madibaz is definitely on the national front. The next set of recipients are for national senior teams. Mr. Cheslin Gee, for the coach of the SA men's hockey team to the All Africa Games in Ghana and to Paris for the Olympics 2024, Executive Committee Member of USA Hockey. Ms. Courtney Masson, Technical Controller and Official for Artistic Swimming at the Paris Olympics 2024. Mr. Rion Osman, South African Cricket A, Team Manager to the West Indies India-Sri Lanka Series. Mr. Kamba Jakala, SA Hockey Team to the All Africa Games in Ghana, Executive Committee Member, USA Hockey. Miss Jeannie Stain, SA Netball Fast 5 team to Fast 5 World Cup in New Zealand. Mr. John Pierre van der Vat, SA Golf team to the Indian Open in Mauritius, Region 5 Championships and the All Africa Championships. USA Golf team to the World Student Golf Championships in Finland. And last but definitely not least, Mr. Sada Felix, SA Athletics team for the physically disabled to the World Track and Field Championship for physically disabled in Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for your national reps. If we can all stand as we sing our national anthem. As they make their way back to their seats, please put your hands together one more time for all our national reps. We'd now like to call on Mr. Stephen Thomas, the Madibaz Sports Deputy Director for Sports Management, to assist with the following awards. So please put your hands together for none other than Mr. Stephen Thomas. Mense, as jy gaan hande klap, moet julle reg hande klap. Can you please put your hands together for Mr. Thomas? There we go. We're now moving on to some of these amazing awards that puts all the clubs up against each other right here at Madibaz. We're moving on to Most Improved Club of the Year. This award is given to the sports club that has shown the biggest annual performance improvement as per the scoring template used and developed by Mandela Sports to determine the annual performance and ranking of the various sports clubs. The criteria covers all aspects of sports, provision, and performance required for Madibaz sports clubs. And your winner for 2024, please make some crazy noise for Madibaz Karate Club. We'd like to call up Sipo, Mr. Sibande, as well as Mr. Mpofu to come to receive the award. Come on, you can do better than that. Make some noise for the Madibaz Karate Club.
No, not now.
Yeah, man, I like that gees. There we go. Moving on to your sports team of the year for 2024. Your winners for 2024, none other than Madibaz golf team. Make some noise. We'd like to call the sports manager up, Teresa LaRue, as well as Tian Tipshrini to receive the award. Two players represented the EPA senior men's team. So once again, a big congratulations to our sports team of the year, Madibaz Golf. Give Madibaz men's golf team a round of applause one more time. The next award is the Sports Performance Award for the year. I think I might give it away when I tell you his gold-winning time of 50.87 seconds was ranked second in the World Athletics ranking in his category at the time. Please make some noise for your winner from Madibaz Athletics Club, Ntiso Nkanyani. Once again, congratulations, sir. The next award is our Sports Club of the Year. This award is given to a club that has demonstrated overall achievements in development, performance, outreach, and excellence. The winner of the Sports Club that received the highest annual score according to Madibaz Sports Club scoring template for 2024 is the Madibaz Netball Club. Would Melinda Huisen and Yulene Grobler please come up to receive the award? Come on, let's celebrate our winners, our amazing Madibaz Netball Club. They are defending their title for 4 years in a row. Please put your hands together for our amazing Madibaz Netball Club. Would like to thank Mr. Thomas for assisting us with those awards. Please, would you give him a round of applause as he makes his way back to his seat. Coming up to assist us with the last batch of awards is none other than the Nelson Mandela's Bay Acting Dean of the Students, none other than Ms. Vuyo Bongela. Absolutely gorgeous as she makes her way up on stage. There she is. Give another round of applause. Okie dokes. We now move over to the Student Sport Personality of the Year for 2024. Madibaz Sport votes for the sports person who they believe has excelled the most in his or her respective sporting code or discipline during the award qualifying period. Candidates for Student Sports Personality of the Year must be nominated by the respective Madibaz Sports Club. And your winner for 2024 from Madibaz Karate and Rugby Clubs, Lishay Vaidaman.
He's on all 4 gold medals in various disciplines of the 2024 Youth Karate Championships. She was selected for the Junior SA team for Karate South Africa. Represented Eastern Province at the National Karate Championships.
Make some noise one more time for Lishay Vaidaman. Our next award is our Junior Sportswoman of the Year for 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, this sports club is doing the most this year. Please make some noise for Madibaz Karate Club, Nizan Swartz. She's represented Eastern Province at the National Karate Championships, and she's not only an amazing sportswoman, she's also studying a Bachelor in Medicine and a Bachelor in Surgery. Please put your hands together for Nizan Swartz.
Nizan won 4 gold medals in various disciplines at the 2024 Youth Karate Championships. She was selected for the Junior SA team for the Karate South Africa, represented Eastern Province at the National Karate Championships.
Please put your hands together for one more time. We now go over to our Junior Sportsman of the Year. Studying a course in BSc Computer Science, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together from Madiba Athletics Clubs, Ntanyuso Kanyani.
Ntiyiso is a member of the junior and senior EP athletics track and field teams to the respective SA championship events. Gold medal at the EP track and field championships in the 400-meter hurdles. Gold medal at the TUT Cairo Classic Top 14 in the 400 hurdles. Gold medal at the SA track and field championships in the 400-meter hurdle men under 20 with a new personal and EPA record with a time of 50.87 seconds. Member of the SA Junior Track and Field team to compete at the Junior World Track and Field Championships in Lima, Peru.
Make some noise for your amazing Junior Sportsman of the Year. We're getting to the big ones now. It's our Student Sportswoman of the Year. And your winner for 2024 is none other than Haniska van Vieren Netball Madibaz.
Haniska van Vieren.
You can do much better than that. Make some noise!
Haniska van Vieren. She was selected for the USA netball team that participated at the CUCSA Games in July in Pretoria, where the SA team won the gold medal. She was also then selected for the NMBN Senior A team that will participate at the Senior National Championships in December 2024. Represented the Madibaz netball team that participated in USA in July 2024. Haniska was named in the USA Super League Dream Team for 2024.
Make some noise for Niska! We got 3 more awards to go, ma'am, because I can see that smile of yours is just lighting up the stage. Student Sportsman of the Year for 2024. Please put your hands together for your winner from Madibaz Golf Club, Tian Tips Ready!
Tian, selected for the SA Students National Golf Team. Golf Championship final. Only 3 years, 3 players. Tian was selected for the SA Student National Golf Team to participate in the FUSU World Student Golf Championships in Finland. Only 3 players from all universities in South Africa were selected to represent our country. He won the silver medal in the individual stroke play at USA Golf Championships. He's also a member of the EP Men's Senior Golf Team. He won the EP Fellow Deer Trophy Tournament. He won the EP Humud Slower Tournament.
Please put your hands together for Tian, your Student Sportsman of the Year. We now move over to the Sportswoman of the Year, 2024. If you want to bum with the big boys, this one is for you. Ladies and gentlemen, your Sportswoman of the Year for 2024, backed by popular demand from Madibaz Karate and Rugby Clubs, Lachey Veideman!
Lucia was selected to represent South African karate for 2024 and 2025. She won 4 gold medals in various disciplines at the 2024 USA Karate Championships, participated in 3 provincial karate tournaments throughout the year, and won a total of 7 gold and 2 silver medals. Participated at 2 national karate tournaments throughout the year and won a total of 9 gold and 2 silver medals. Represented the Madibaz rugby women's team at club level and at the USA rugby tournament during 2024. She was also selected for the EP women's rugby team.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Lachey! There we go. Moving on to our final award for this evening, your Sportsman of the Year for 2024. Please put your hands together. From Madibaz Golf Club, it's Jean-Pierre van der Voort!
Wel, daar is de gewoon van Henry. JP van der Voort. JP van der Voort. Yeah, I'm coming in now. I'm getting in. JP van der Voort. He was selected to represent South Africa at the Region 5 Golf Championships, where he won the bronze medal. He was also selected to represent South Africa at the All Africa Teams Golf Championships. He was also selected for the USA National Golf Team to participate in the FUSU World Student Golf Championships in Finland. He also won the gold medal in individual stroke play at the USA Championships. He's also the member of the Golf RSA program and squad.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Jean-Pierre van der Waart, your Sportsman of the Year 2024. Please don't go anywhere. Don't you want to give her a round of applause one more time? She's going to come back right now. So please put your hands together one more time for Vuyo Bongela. So I find this lady so attractive, I'm going to let her go away just so she come back again. So please would you put your hands together one more time for this lovely lady. She is your acting Dean of Students at the Nelson Mandela Bay University, none other than Miss Vuyo Bongela.
Good evening, everyone. Feels familiar. I must say, it's a little bit weird for me to be coming at this late of the program because I usually do the welcoming. But as you know, I was asked to go and act in the Dean of Students office. So that's why you're seeing me in the last time, in the end of the program. So to our athletes, coaches, and the broader Nelson Mandela Bay community, good evening. Special mention to our MENCO members who are with us. MENCO members, dear colleagues, is the CEOs of our university, the people who make, those very hard decisions. Mr. Edgar Dukwerka, our registrar, welcome, and thank you for your speech. I didn't know you were funny, Edgar. We also have Ms. Nandi Pasishuba, affectionately known as Sis Nandi. A lot of people think Sis Nandi is actually her name. Our Executive Director for Human Resources. Colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, our athletes, it is an honor and privilege to stand before you this evening as we celebrate the outstanding achievements and remarkable dedication of our student athletes. Firstly, I must extend my heartfelt thanks to the team, colleagues. When we plan sports awards at Madibaz Sport, even people you wouldn't think know about catering, know about decor, know about food, they would raise their hands. But that team is led by Tazkwan. Taz is somewhere here running around, very calm and cool on the surface, but she works really hard. But everyone at Madibaz Sport puts their hands and says, I will do A, B, C, and D. So please, can you put a round of applause for Taz and the team? In the opening, Rian said, this is affirmation of your work, affirmation of our coaches, affirmation of our athletes, affirmation of the men and women Otata no mama baseMadibaz Sport who their work is felt and sometimes not seen. You see here, registrar, you come and write exams. There's a team behind the putting of the desks and the straightening them and the ensuring that, they are far apart. The team that sweeps the floors and cuts the grass for the athletes to play. We hosted varsity netball and you see the hall is already set up for SuperSport to broadcast from here. There's a team behind that, and I'd really like us to put our hands together for the team. It's the engine of Madibaz Sport. To the athletes this evening is a testament of your hard work, your commitment, and resilience. The registrar mentioned that sometimes the Olympics is both fun and not. So if you can take that, when you lose, it's not fun, but when you win, and it's testament of your hard work today. But you have not only demonstrated excellence in your respective disciplines and codes, but you have also embodied the values of sportsmanship and I dare say of Mandela University. Yiva, are you still here? Thank you, Eva. I'd like to correct though. I did say meeting adjourned. And then the beauty of online, I logged off Whether you guys are near me or you lingered a little longer, that's not my problem. But Eva, thank you for some of the things that you said. And I joked and I said to the registrar, I'm hoping you take notes. Because if we understand what sport can do in a university, in a city like ours, I echo your sentiments. Alec, I know Alec from the triathlon circles. You know, when I wanted to pull a favor, I could ask him. So thank you for agreeing. You definitely represented the wealth of knowledge that you have and your experience. So thank you for agreeing to do the interview with us. Lee, welcome home. Courtney, you sold HPC very well. I'm sure Jason and Josh were very, very happy with that. And well done. And coach, when Cheslin came back from Paris, the only thing I would say to him would be bonjour. So colleagues, thank you very much for agreeing to be in the panel. You may think it's a small thing, but there's somebody sitting in the audience as an athlete who also has that dream, you know, who has pictures in their room of saying, I one day want to be, you know, like that person. And there's something important, colleagues, representation is important. And I think we saw here that even brown, white, black athletes can make it to that world stage. So we're very proud of you. And we didn't ask anybody. I know, Cheslin, this is home for you, but you're wearing a different hat. So thank you very much, colleagues. A special thank you must go to our coaches. You know, some of them you don't even see in the office because they've got other jobs. They've got coaching as a secondary job. But we see them when the team has won or the team has lost because they're not happy or they are very happy. Some of them are quite passionate. In fact, all of them are quite passionate, but some of them would be passionate in asking for meetings with the director and the Madibaz sports management staff. So your work is displayed here. I hope when you see athletes walking up here, you can say, I've worked hard to make sure that that happens. And the unfortunate part is when a coach, when a team or an athlete does well, it's the athlete's accolades. But when they do badly, it's the coach's fault. So I hope you will take pride in yourselves as well. So thank you once again for making the one night at Madibaz Sport that we all look forward to. We're going to debrief and then we're going to plan the next year. And I'm going to be invited even though I'm acting dean. Thank you once again for making the celebration of sporting excellence possible. May we continue to foster a culture of sportsmanship, passion and dedication in the years to come. Ndiyabulela, enkosi, drive safely and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Please make some noise one more time for Ms. Bongela. Okay, we've reached the end of an amazing evening, but I've got one request for you before you go home. If you could look up, if you can all get on your feet, all stand up if you don't mind, stand up. The beauty of sports is that everybody needs somebody. So look at the person next to you and give them one of these. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, 'cause that's what friends are for good times and bad times. I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Thank you so much, Madibaz Sports. You've been absolutely amazing. Good night and God bless.